So I'll show you this. She had a question and I said thank you for smoking. What is your name? Oh, that's recording. Yes, yes it is. Hi. Yeah. It's like a little ribbon. Oh, that's weird.
I don't get anything. What'd you get?
Well, I took it this way and it came out that way.
It's because it was tilted funny.
I get nothing.
I think it likes men. It likes men.
Grandpa, take a picture.
Honey, I've tried it before.
No, go down there.
Melanie, you're supposed to be shooting up.
Yeah, you go down.
Isn't that it?
Come on over. You guys. Take a picture. Yeah. A picture of the skylight. Real quick. Just take a couple shots. Yeah. So I'm having them take a couple pictures from, if you haven't seen already, from God, the phenomenon we're looking for. It's a kind of a streak of light that occurs in the skylight. Usually dark-haired gentlemen get that streak. Women can take picture after picture and they're not going to get it. It doesn't mean you're a incompetent photographer. It just means that the energy that we're trying to capture likes the dark-haired gentleman.
Is he dog hair?
They are bait on this particular floor. So if you guys want to come over here, I will tell you about that, who we think that streak of light is. So in 1928, a beautiful blonde by the name of Naomi Jensen checked into the hotel. She'd been in town for about 3 weeks. She was staying at another hotel, had left that hotel, and came here. She was in this hotel for approximately 3 days. We know that she was having some health issues and she was having problems with her love life. It seems during her time here, she started a relationship with a bellboy at one of the other hotels, and that relationship ended rather quickly and rather tragically, as it would turn out. She actually stayed on the 3rd floor in this hotel, and on the early morning hours of May 7th, she sat down at the desk in her room and wrote 3 letters and a note. Those letters were instructions to what to do with her body because she was planning to hurt herself. She wrote the letters, put on her finest dress. It was a rose-colored dress, grabbed a lightweight coat, her hat and her purse, came up to the 7th floor here, took those stairs to gain access to the roof. She tiptoed past the Harris family, who was sleeping in the penthouse at the time, took one last look and leapt to her death. She looked like she was asleep, they said. And when they found her body outside, she looked like she had fallen asleep. Interestingly enough, the coroner thought she was 25, the newspaper said she was 22. We found out she was actually 32 years old. So not only did she fall 8 stories, she also lost 10 years. Right, okay, that's good. You know, I don't really want to have to do that to what? Yeah, I don't want to have to fall to lose 10 years, but heck, whatever she was doing doing it right. We also found out her name was not Leonie. She was actually born Ingeborg, and she was from Minnesota. So it appears, much in death, like in life, this woman was trying to recreate herself. So when they first started having reports of Leonie, it was on this floor, and it was as breezes of, cold breezes. There's also mists forming. Those were some of the things that the earlier people who had experiences with her. Also, this hasn't happened for a very long time, unfortunately. Gentlemen that stayed on this floor, particularly dark-haired gentlemen, were awake to find a woman, standing at the foot of their bed, and that this woman was so real that they would call the front desk and say, some drunk woman has broken into my room, and just as they would get the words out, she would vanish. Like I said, that hasn't actually happened in quite some time. The thing that has been happening recently, and it happened last night, is the smell of strawberries is associated with her. We've had a couple of people on the tour recently smell strawberries. And in fact, last week, a really attractive dark-haired gentleman smelled them. Right as I was saying, he goes, "I smell strawberries." And so I went over there, and because you signed a waiver, I can sniff you too. And I sniffed several guests near him, and nobody was wearing strawberry shampoo or chewing strawberry gum or anything. That is one of the other phenomenons that is associated with her. We also think that ribbon of light may be her, the energy that she had, residual energy, because that's the way that she's been showing up most recently here in the hotel. The hotel has actually had, let's see, I've told you about 2 suicides so far. There have actually been 6 suicides in this hotel over the years. The anniversary of one of the more interesting ones was last weekend. There was a gentleman that checked into the hotel who had hit upon hard times. His wife was in the hospital, and just things were going horribly for him. He checked into one of the rooms. We're not exactly sure what room. They don't write that on death certificates, unfortunately. But he ended up turning his bathroom into a gas chamber. He got cyanide gas in, and they found him. He was kind enough. It's very funny. Most of the people that have decided to end their lives here are very, very polite people. They leave notes saying, "I'm so sorry for the inconvenience." This gentleman actually posted on the bathroom door, "Please do not open poisonous gas." The maid fortunately saw that note, or she too would have probably died from that. They ended up having people come in what were, the hazmat suits of that time to remove him from the premises. Another woman here named Bird, she was actually a teacher in Jerome, came down here as a sales insurance woman. She checked into the hotel. She too had hit upon some hardship, and she took cyanide capsules and died in her room. They said when they came, the staff noticed that they hadn't seen her for several hours, like 12 hours. So they went to her room, and the do not disturb sign was out. They ended up having to bust down her door, and they found her on her bed, and she again had written a little note. "So sorry, illness is the only reason for my doing this. So sorry for any inconvenience." The interesting thing about Bird's death is that we've had at least 1 or 2 guests check into the hotel. One that comes to mind was a woman who was here, did not know the hotel was haunted, had checked in for a conference. She brought her bags up to her room, went to attend the conference, came back that night, her card key wouldn't work. Went down to the front desk, they gave her a new key, that key didn't work. Brought the manager up, she was getting a little annoyed by this time. Manager could not get the key to work. They ended up having to break down her door. Interestingly enough, when they found Bird, they had to break down her door because it had been deadbolted on the inside. So we think that might be Bird showing up here in the hotel. Our next stop is outside. We're going to go to that far corner.
Oh, across the street?
Yeah, that's where
Okay.
Joe goes, across from the subway and across from Joe. We're going to cross the street twice.
So it's a kitty corner?
Yeah, the
Okay.
creepy looking building on the corner. We're going to go to that corner and have another